Welcome back to all of my stylist and salon professional friends out there. I am so glad you could join me today. Okay, so usually I come on here and I talk about how you can use communication and critical thinking strategies to tackle any tough situation. But today we're going to go out into left field and cover a topic that is really near and dear to my heart, and that is chronic pain. Something I've noticed for a long time are the staggering number of posts on this topic. For example, I saw one that said, "What do you all do for back pain? I know the shoes matter and taking breaks, but I'm 25 years old, only 6.5 years in, very active, and I even use a stool to help sit down when possible. I'm starting to get to the point of being limited to taking a certain amount of clients a day and making my work hours shorter, which is resulting in loss of income. Please tell me your suggestions." Or another post that read, "Dealing with a lot of back pain. What's the best shoes for support?" Now, it's no secret that our career path that we've found ourselves in is insanely physical, from being on our feet 8, 10, 12 hours at a time to all of the time we spend at the shampoo bowl. Being a stylist is no joke physically. I remember that I used to joke that every day was arm day in the salon, and if you think about it, the muscles we're using when we do blowouts, when we cut, when we foil, our body position at the shampoo bowl if you're tall, and the repetitive nature of our job all plays into this seemingly regular issue stylists across the world are having. And also, this is worth mentioning, it's one of the most common topics I see regularly. However, the concerning thing that made me really want to veer off from my standard episode format was the responses I typically see from other stylists when reading these posts. Responses generally vary and usually include something like this: "Got constant shooting back pain? You need better shoes," or "You need a better cutting stool," or "You need an anti-fatigue mat." "Got shooting elbow pain every time you pick up your dryer? You need a brace." "Got constant wrist pain the moment you start cutting? You need swivel shears." You get it. You need this, or you need that, or you need something else entirely. The response I'm always a bit shocked to see missing is, "You should go see your doctor." For those who know me, you'll know that I was behind the chair for over 10 years. I reached the ranks of six-figure stylists doing only haircuts, working 4 days a week, 25 hours average, 30 tops. I'm sure some of you out there that have seen my channel may ask yourself, well, if she was so awesome, why isn't she still doing hair? You guys, the answer to this is simple. I waited too long to get the actual help I needed. I got the shoes. I got the anti-fatigue mat. I got the cutting stool. I focused on the proper ergonomics. I had the double swivel shears. I wore the best shoes, and I still dealt with chronic pain. It started in my 20s, and every few years, I'd have an instance where I threw my back out and would be sidelined for a week, and usually things would heal up, and I'd be mostly pain-free in just a matter of days or weeks. However, in 2020, I noticed that the pain was just not going away. I was having a sharp stabbing pain in my lower back on the left side, which was constantly present. When I was up and working, it wasn't debilitating, but it was constant and it was really painful. When I sat down or relaxed after a long day, my body felt like I was an 80-year-old who had just been in a car wreck. I wrote it off as muscular pain and I gave stretching a half-assed try, but knowing what I know now, I was actually making things worse with some of the stretches. I added weekly 90-minute massages and chiropractic care to my routine, and as much as I wanted them to help, and as good as the massages felt, I just wasn't seeing any improvement. I worked like this until 2021 when I had an incident that changed my career trajectory permanently. At this time, I was actively searching for salons to lease, and I was in the stages of opening up my own curly hair salon. I had big dreams of being one of the go-to larger salons for my curl friends, and I was on the right trajectory to reach that. However, on Wednesday, June 28th, 2021, something odd happened. I was a little pressed for time, finishing up an appointment, and I sat down on my saddle stool backwards. to just get the job done. And when I stood up, I felt a really odd sensation, and I immediately knew, oh no, I just threw my back out. I made it through one last haircut, but by the end of that, I couldn't straighten my right leg while standing, and I couldn't lift it even an inch off the ground without the most intense, sharp, and stabbing pain. After that appointment, I immediately went home. I started my home care routine for these instances. I took a muscle relaxer. I made a call to my chiropractor. I called my massage therapist. I took a hot bath and then started alternating hot and cold packs. By this point, I considered myself a pro at having an injured back, but this time was different. About an hour after getting home, the entire back of my right leg started feeling very tingly, kind of like a pins and needles sensation. And as the hours passed, the pain reached levels I had never experienced. And I actually found myself in the emergency room struggling to find a position. I mean, you guys, I'm talking about any position that could bring me even an iota of relief. I was given a steroid type of pill to helpfully take some of the inflammation away, along with some other pills for the pain, and was sent on my way and told to follow up with my primary care doc. After the numbness really settled in and went from a pins and needles feeling to a total desensitized numb sensation spanning the entire back of my right leg, I then realized something else serious was happening. I could no longer feel my outer 3 toes, and I couldn't feel someone running their finger down the back of my leg. I could no longer stand on my tiptoes on my right foot, and I couldn't bear nearly as much weight on that leg. And the fact that it just felt numb all the time was infuriating, because ultimately I knew that there was nothing I could do except for wait and see what would happen. Ultimately, and thankfully, after advocating for the future health of my back, I was seen by the right doctor who listened and who was able to get me referred to an orthopedic specialist who ordered x-rays and an MRI and found that my sciatic nerve was not just pinched, but essentially crushed by my L5-S1 disc. And although I started physical therapy immediately, my doctor felt that in order to have the highest odds of recovery, we decided surgery would be the best route suited for my unique case. Now, after facing this situation, I was now faced with another hard dilemma. Do I continue behind the chair, uncertain of what the long-term effects would be after my surgery? Would returning put my back at risk again? Or do I step away from my successful and thriving career? You guys, I wish someone would have told me all of this information earlier. I wish someone would have said that constant, sometimes stabbing, sometimes shooting, sometimes dull, but always present back pain was not a muscular issue. I wish someone had told me seeing a doctor and seeking physical therapy would have likely fixed the issue if it was addressed when I noticed the issue not resolving after a couple weeks. I wish I knew that my pain didn't have to grow like a snowball being pushed down a hill, growing with each passing day. And I wish I knew that all of the fixes that I commonly saw and heard from other stylists wouldn't do a thing without professional intervention. So here I am. I know this wasn't as business related as my prior episodes, but I need to get this message out. By not knowing these things, I ended up on an operating table in the hopes that we could recover the lost muscle function in my right leg. Now, I'm so happy to report back that my surgery was successful. And while I still have a diminished sense of touch along the back of my right leg and my toes, I did regain the muscle function that I had lost. I did, however, make the life-changing choice to step away from a thriving career that I loved. The thoughts of what if still cross my mind, but I am a believer that all things happen for a reason. So here I am, teaching stylists how they can tackle hard parts of this business both professionally and effectively. With all that being said, I'm going to end my talk with this. If you are a stylist or a beauty professional who struggles with pain that does not go away, or if you've been living with low back, neck, shoulder, knee, elbow, or wrist pain, or any other chronic physical pain, if you can, go see your doctor. Give them an honest history. Be clear and do not be afraid or ashamed to advocate your needs to them. The future of your career could be dramatically improved by professional intervention. I can say that after my surgery, I was amazed at how good it felt, you guys, to be pain-free. And since then, I've taken my physical health very seriously, and it has changed my life for the better. This is also a good place to say that physical health and taking care of your body is an investment in yourself that will pay itself off 10 out of 10 times. All right, you guys, that's all I have for this week. If you learned something or if you found this video interesting, please be sure to like and share this video. Also, to be sure you never miss a video, do be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be bringing you new educational videos every week detailing out tough real-life situations that we as hairstylists will see in the salon and discuss how you can use both good communication and critical thinking to handle any tough situation that could possibly come your way with confidence and ease. I want to help you safeguard your business so you can stress less and get back to what you love, bringing your talents to the world one client at a time. With that being said, if you have any topics you would like to hear covered, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know down in the comments below, or you can contact me through my website, www.thestylistconsultant.com. And for those out there feeling stuck or slow to grow, I can definitely help. With a strong knowledge in branding, local marketing, and creating a memorable guest experience, I can work with you to identify where we can easily strengthen your business and get you on the path to the career of your dreams. You guys, you can do this. And in case you need me along the way, I'm here to help. Again, my name's Mary Wozniak, and I run the Stylist Consultant. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you back here next Monday. All right, bye.